Hello and welcome to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up, Washington tops centrally on the road, but first, today's top stories. The City Council unanimously approved a first reading of new regulations that would permit overnight parking on street cleaning days, albeit not along the curb. The proposed changes would enable cars to park overnight near the square on Thursdays, but only in the center parking stalls. Presently, overnight parking is prohibited within a block of the square on Thursday nights to accommodate street sweeping equipment. The amendment would not affect street parking bans during snow removal. The revisions were supported by First Ward Council member Bethany Glinsman, who described them as common sense. Additionally, the proposal includes a 2-hour limit on business side curb of South Marion Avenue between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday through Saturday. State Administrator Dan McCusker noted that the rule would align the city with existing practices and signage. The changes are expected to be implemented within a month after up to 3 public readings, unless weighed by a 5-vote majority of the City Council. During the Henry County Board of Supervisors meeting, Supervisors Mark Lendine and Chad White approved the reallocation of unspent Series 2022A General Obligation Capital Loan Notes. The funds were initially intended for the construction of 3 sheds for the road department, but the cost of the 3rd building exceeded the budget. To make use of the low-interest funds, the supervisors decided to repurpose the money. The first resolution reallocates $35,000 for a concrete apron in front of the salt shed. The second resolution allocates funds for the increased cost of building the cold storage shed. The remaining funds will be used for equipment for the road department, including rebuilding of a motor grader. Any leftover money will be set aside for the future construction of the 3rd shed. Riverside is gearing up for the 38th TrekFest, its annual festival celebrating its association with Star Trek's Captain James T. Kirk. The event, taking place during the last full weekend in June, attracts sci-fi enthusiasts from all over. This year, organizers are embracing the later franchise series Deep Space Nine alongside the original series. The festival aims to appeal to a younger demographic by featuring guest stars from the newer series and targeting those who join the Star Trek fandom at a later stage. The parade theme, Quark's Bar, revolves around Deep Space Nine's set, with actress Chase Masterson, who played Lita in the show, headlining the event. Other guests include script coordinator Lolita Faccio, makeup artist John Paladin, and hosts of the Star Trek fan-made Computer Resume podcast. The festival will feature live music, a kids inflatable area, competitions, local restaurant collaborations, a t-ball tournament, a bar tent, and celebrity Q&As. The complete schedule can be found on the TrekFest 38 website. Starting July 1st, customers of Mount Pleasant Municipal Utilities will experience an increase in their electrical rates. The utility company cites the continual rise in operational expenses as the reason behind the rate adjustment. The revised rates include the elimination of rate tiers, an increase in base fee charges, and adjustments to the cost per kilowatt. Residential customers will see changes in their base fee, which will now be $1 per day with a maximum monthly accumulation of $16. The previous rate tiers for electrical heat service will be replaced with a flat rate of 0.1125 cents per $0.1125 per kilowatt for all kilowatts used. Commercial customers will also be affected by the rate increase, with changes to daily assessed rates and per kilowatt rates. Security light rates will remain unchanged. The adjustments were approved by the Mount Pleasant Municipal Utilities Board of Trustees and will take effect after July 1st, 2023. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for dance and tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors, so call her.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up, your 5-day forecast, but first, obituaries. Norman L. Thomas of Washington passed away on June 19th at the age of 81. Services are pending at the Jones and Eden Funeral Home. Timothy R. Detweiler of Washington passed away on June 17th at the age of 71. A funeral service will be held at 10 a.m. June 27th at East Union Mennonite Church. Beta Peterson Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Peter A. Bell of Washington passed away on June 18th at the age of 82. The family will receive friends from 4 to 6:30 p.m. June 22nd at the Jones and Eden Funeral Home. Michael C. Limber of Ainsworth passed away on June 18th at the age of 72. A private family service will be held at a later date. Jones and Eden Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Richard Stewart Nash of Wentzville, Missouri passed away on May 28th at the age of 84. A celebration of life will be held at 11 a.m. June 24th at the Brighton City Hall. Gold Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Roger Lee Adam of Washington passed away on June 18th at the age of 67. A celebration of life will be held at 3 p.m. June 23rd at St. James Catholic Church. Jones and Eden Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. That was obituaries. It is now time for your 5-day forecast. Today we've had clear skies and a high of 89 degrees. Tomorrow will be 88 with mostly sunny skies. On Friday it will be 90 and the skies will remain mostly sunny. Looking at the weekend, it will be 92 degrees and partly cloudy on Saturday. And finally on Sunday, it will be 89 degrees and partly cloudy. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at sports.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Been in healthcare for many years. I know that Tammy's that person who wants to help others and take care of us. She knows the healthcare business and wants to take care of others.
Welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports. Washington grabbed its third victory this week on Tuesday night with a 14-4 win over the Hawks of Central Lee. The Demons took care of business against a Hawk team that had been playing some great softball, sitting on a 6-game win streak coming in, but it was all Washington in the non-conference bout. Washington plated 2 runs in the opening inning and would never trail. After a scoreless second by both teams, the Demons really got the bats going as they scored in every inning the rest of the way out. The Demons went on to score 5 runs between the 3rd and the 4th inning, with another 5 in the 5th. Central Lee got on board in the 4th with a pair of runs and added 1 more in the 5th, but heading into the 6th, Washington had held a commanding 12-3 lead. The Hawks made it 12-4 in the top of the 6th, but the Demons ended the game an inning early with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th frame. Leighton Salazar went 5 for 5 in the game. Ella Greiner and Lauren Hendrickson each had 3 hits. Hendrickson finished with 2 RBIs and Greiner 1. Colby Greiner ended with a team-high 3 RBIs on 1 hit. Olivia Anderson, Haley Mitchell, and Kendall Hendrickson notched a pair of hits. Anderson picked up 2 RBIs and Mitchell 1 as well. Emery Walton had a hit and 2 RBIs. Isabella Salazar finished with 1 hit. In the circle, Isabella Salazar gave up 4 runs, 3 of which were earned on 10 hits with 3 strikeouts. Washington improves to 7-10 the season and will take on Southeast Conference foe Keokuk on Thursday. That's the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been your news break, and I'll see you.